Hello.
And what do you know? That's the show.
Hello, everyone. My name is SneakyDevil. This is Fanfiction Contempt Theater 9003. Super Sick Edition, Episode 2.
You see, Sneaky waits for the sweet release of death, but it will not claim him, for that is his punishment. The fact
Yeah,
that he lives is proof that there is a god, a cruel and vengeful one, but a god.
that's still up for debate.
I mean, would it make you feel better to know that all of your suffering was intentional,
A
and
little
that
bit.
some divine being just really hated you as opposed to the random acts of an uncaring universe?
A little bit, yeah.
See? It's
Because,
already working!
because after I die, I then get to go into isekai mode.
Oh, thank you, phone. Thank you so much for telling me that the stream that I'm on is live. I never would have guessed.
Right, so let's see what we got for ourselves today. Well, Max is in here, which means we could probably get a Harry Potter fic fit in there without him just fucking snoozing off in the background. You know what? Let's go with the Harry Potter fic. We haven't done a Harry Potter fic in, oh god. I regret opening this.
Why is that?
Mmm. You know what? We're probably not gonna read this one in its entirety. Not only is its first chapter stupid amounts of long, but I just generally just hate the premise. So here you guys go. The link. I'll just switch that over and turn off the clock.
I think that's a record for the fastest we've noped out of a story.
Well, it's not that we're noping out. It's just I'm not gonna fucking read it. Like, do you see how fucking long this first chapter is?
No, shit, that's a small scroll bar. Not the smallest we've seen, but pretty small.
No, it's a pretty small scroll bar, but so hey, Sneaky, can you just hit Control W for me real quick? Why? You want to see my other tab? I, I don't have any porn. Darn.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we hate to disappoint you, but you're not gonna like magically find dirt on the man.
I, I have for the past 2 years now opened up to my bookmarks. There ain't no porn here, man. There's a lot of mods. There's a lot of fan fiction. There's a
I would say,
lot of
let's be clear
fan
here. It's
fiction.
porn of a very different sort.
There's anime. There's a shit ton of anime and a fuckload of mangas and light novels and web novels. And just ignore this section down here where Google has decided to copy and paste multiple bookmarks multiple times. I want you to close the fucking story. Well, unfortunately, that requires money.
That's not how this show works.
This is a story called "To Shape and Change." It's a alternative universe time travel where Snape goes back in time, holding the knowledge of what is to come if he fails. No longer holding a grudge, he seeks to shape Harry into the greatest wizard of all time, starting on the day Hagrid took Harry to Diagon Alley.
Alright, Sneaky, odds on what kind of shaping Snape's gonna be doing here.
Dick shaping, probably.
I was gonna try to be a little bit more subtle about it, but yeah, my money's on that.
Author's note. I have taken the liberty of adjusting canon. I'm not going to tell you what I have adjusted, though. Just be aware that things are different. Meaning that Snape now comes from a future divergent from the Harry Potter novels. Also, Horcruxes don't exist. So, I have... This was a semi-popular AU, I guess you could call it, where Horcruxes don't exist, and I don't really like the idea of it in general. Mostly because Rowling's entire series is based
Yeah, I would say the
on...
problem is if you go Horcruxes aren't real, it's like, well then, what's the challenge? The story's over year 2.
Well, the story's actually over before it even begins, because if Voldemort kills Harry's parents and then tries to kill Harry, and then the magic that Lily cast protects Harry and reflects the magic back into Voldemort, killing him, he doesn't have a Horcrux to revive himself with. So he never turns into a ghost. He never possesses Quirrell. He never created the diary, so the Basilisk never got released. Year 3, well, I guess that could still happen because that's all Cyrus and Pettigrew, but Pettigrew is a kind of a coward and he wouldn't exactly be allying himself with a dead man. So, yeah. So basically, the entirety of Harry Potter canon, everything we see happen, yeah, it's not canon anymore. Never happened because all of that's based on Horcruxes having existed. So it's basically going to be a completely, quote unquote, completely original Harry Potter story, quote unquote. But in reality, it's going to be this author's
By the way, I want to
own
point out if anyone in
OG
in
magic
this world
story.
could use Horcrux, it's definitely Sneaky.
Maybe.
You see, that's the real secret. Sneaky's Horcrux is in fact his lungs.
Year 1, 3, and 4 could happen? No, year 1 was based around Quirrell. Which was a Horcrux situation. Yeah, 3 could happen. Yeah, I know. That's the other reason why I don't like the whole no Horcrux thing. Because it's like, now you have to invent a different way for Voldemort to not die then, and it's still stupid as hell.
Like honestly,
It's
if you're
like...
gonna
No, I was gonna say, I was gonna use DC Comics, for example.
oh, this should be interesting.
It's like, if Lex Luthor traps Superman in a room of kryptonite, and Superman's like, oh no, I don't have powers anymore. And Lex Luthor shoots him, and then right at the last second, the author's like, well, actually, because of the kryptonite, bullets, don't pierce skin anymore. And everyone just goes, wait, what? The tournament would still happen, but it would just be a normal tournament. Yeah, pretty much. You know, you get what I mean, right? Where it's just like you have to like pull out some completely
I would say the
unneeded...
problem is, in order to make the story work, there's no point to getting rid of Horcruxes because you're just going to have to come up with some other not Horcrux.
Yeah, and then you have to invent a way for Harry to beat it, which is probably going to end up being the same way he beats Horcruxes in canon. And so it's just like, well, you know, it's just a lot of work for getting rid of something you're basically going to have to replace, because we all know that Harry Potter authors are the bare minimum of the word creative, and they're just going to fucking rewrite canon but worse.
Anyway, and here's the thing, right? Let's say let's go on a hypothetical, Sneaky. What's something you and I know really well? We know D&D. So how does the story change if Voldemort is a lich?
Oh, that'd be
Like
interesting.
an actual lich.
Straight up goes lich. Well, that's basically
Right?
what a
And here's the
Horcrux
thing, right?
is.
It's easy enough to go, this is set in a world where D&D used to be a thing, and now it's not anymore, right? Like, hell, you could make it some Shadowrun nonsense, right? Magic is faded out of the world, blah, 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 blah.
Well, I mean,
Also, yeah, Underplayed Creations makes a pretty good point.
yeah, that too. Um, all I'm saying is that Rowling clearly just lifted phylacteries and lichdom from D&D, called it Horcruxing and resurrection rituals, and just somehow also made it worse. In true fandom fashion, somehow took something completely workable and made it worse. Just by existing near it.
Mm-hmm.
God, I love hard cider.
Sneaky, no, it's your special hard water.
No, you don't want to drink hard water. That's just asking for bad times.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, and so now we get to the other part of the premise of this story. Is that for some reason a Snape time travels into an alternate past.
Well, I was say first, as with any, if you're gonna have even a half decent time travel story, you have got to set your time travel rules up first. Now, I doubt this
Yep.
person was intelligent enough to, but you have to go. First off, the question you have to ask ultimately is this a Greek tragedy, or is this a story about hope? Right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the first thing you have to ask yourself. Am I writing a story? And don't do this. They can make little changes, but ultimately none of it actually matters. Fuck that. Fuck
Oh, that
that.
is
And
the
fuck you.
most frustrating thing. It's actually
Like
very common in Naruto.
no,
In
I know
Naruto
it is.
time
I'm just gonna
travel.
say, fuck that, and fuck you, you weak-willed, vacillating little shits.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, oh, I stopped Hinata from getting kidnapped. Except now Hinabi was kidnapped and nothing changed. Oh wow, well done. You've accomplished nothing.
Right? Even if you make it right, and there's lots of ways to make it different, right? You
Oh
could make it
god.
so that Hinata goes to be kidnapped. You start to help her, and then like the entire time you go,
Sweet
fucking
god.
get off your ass and help yourself. What the fuck did they train you for? And then you can accelerate Hinata's character arc, right? Like
See,
that's an example of a little change that makes a big difference.
So Arn just sent me a snub-nosed, sawed-off double-barrel shotgun that's been retrofitted to fire 50 BMG.
I'm sorry, what?
Arn sent me
Yep. Mm-hmm.
a sawed-off, snub-nosed shotgun that fires 50 BMG.
Why have we done this?
So you can stab the person with the bullet and then pull the trigger.
Jesus, what the fuck? Thank you, Arn. So is that the kind of thing where, like, it's like, listen, I really need to make sure that this elite dies, so you jam the bullets into his stomach and then just pull the trigger?
I mean, yeah, or you could, do a drive-by. Um, I feel like Chicago is a great testing ground for weapons. But anyway, so back to the whole point of this. Snape goes back in time, and he wants to mold Harry into an Adonis, a god, because apparently that's what's needed to save the world. Because even though Horcruxes aren't relevant and Harry has no connection to Voldemort anymore, he's still vital to save the world.
I would say that's the other thing. Taking out Horcruxes removes every single ounce of importance that Harry Potter has ever had.
The only thing Snape wants to mold is Harry's colon.
Yeah, we made that joke already.
And Arn, it's not greasy, it's self-lubricating. Um, but it's just, why is Snape going back in time? Uh, I don't understand why this story has 22,000 favorites. 22,000 favorites. This is the most favorited story we have ever featured on this podcast. And I'm not even able to read it because I'm just sitting here going, what the fuck is this premise? I just, I mean, of all things to say for this story, I can at least say one positive. It apparently isn't advertising itself as a harem, or as a Harry Potter times Snape story, or as a Harry Potter times Lord Voldemort story. So I mean, at least it has that going for it. But Jesus Christ, that bar is so fucking low that I'm pretty sure even a Roomba could hit it.
I mean, sorry, I just don't have much else to say here, Sneaky. Like,
Yeah.
I've said all I want to say.
Yeah.
If we want to go back to ranting about how to properly write a time travel story, I can do that, but...
Well, let's save that. And, let's bottle that up. And actually, you know what? Yeah, to my death I fight. I don't know what you're doing here. You're actually a pretty good story. Let's do a D times D story. We haven't done that in a little bit. Ah, story has been deleted. Well, I suppose that solves that issue. Oh no! Well then, this is gonna be over quickly. So, up next, we have a D times D fic. Just kidding! It's not a D times D fic.
Thank God.
It's an OC bio page! Bamboozled again. Nothing of value was lost. This story is called The Aura Devil. I think I just died a little bit inside. Makoto Nakashima is the son of the Archangel Michael, and is also a human and a legendary magician, and somehow the grandson of God. But he doesn't know the real power he holds because his family history is a mystery.
Am I supposed to be excited by this?
DuckTales. But watch as he faces the challenges of enemy threat and to protect his loved ones. What? Faces the challenges of enemy threat. And to protect his loved
I understand
ones?
what they're trying to say. They've just succeeded in butchering English so badly that it's nothing.
OC times by harem?
It just means the person's even more pathetic than we thought, and they're going to fuck
875,000 words. Why? Why? Oh god, Jesus. Oh, I want to fucking. Oh my god, I'm gonna go. So glad I don't own a gun. So glad I don't own a gun right now. Because this podcast would be over quick.
You might even say we would go out with spying, yes?
Do you know who Sora Hamaski is?
Sora Hamaski?
Yeah.
No. Should I?
Doesn't look like it's a character we're supposed to know, so no. Okay. So, name Makoto Nakashima. Parentheses Sora Hamaski child form. That's why I was asking, because I was like, is that supposed to be like the visual we're supposed to be looking up for this? It was like, let's look at the reviews. I'll get to the reviews in a second. I have to torture you with this fucking bio page first. Nicknames: Angelic Lolly Dragon.
Oh, yay.
Son of God. The Freak. I can sort of see where that's coming from. Yes. Bacado. He's called this by his harem members when he's when they're angered or when he's angered. I don't know. Tai Cho only by his peerage members during fights. Wait, so he's an angelic dragon who's the son of God and Michael, but also
Hold up.
but also he's a devil. Age 16 or 17. Height 5 feet. Fucking Jesus Christ, what a manlet. Skin tone.
Come on now. That's insulting to manlets.
The review section is just people posting their OCs. Oh god. Skin tone, white. Appearance, slim build with very little muscle. Weight, 115 IBS.
They didn't realize it's supposed to be... Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, they actually did IBS.
Yeah, they did.
I know, the story was active for a year. Hair, celeste blue color that is just below collarbone length with spiky blonde bangs. Blonde with celeste blue highlights, straight past collarbone, but spike in front child form. Eyes, obviously complete heterochromia, with his left eye being green and his right eye being a golden yellow, due to his half magician, half devil, half archangel, half aura guardian, half dragon heritage.
Am I supposed to care about any of it? This is just raising my blood pressure.
I know, it's great. He's got 8 gold angel wings. His occupation is both a first-year student, but also he teaches heaven. Natural abilities. He's experienced at hand-to-hand, proficient in swordplay and other weaponry. Cooking, not very good at. So that's not really a natural ability then if he's not very good at it. That's like saying a bear has the natural ability to cook poorly. It's like, yeah, that's not a natural ability then. A natural ability is something like, the chameleon can change color. Or, bears can fucking plow you like they're a goddamn bulldozer.
Sneaky, given the context of this story, I would revise that statement.
Are you saying he'll have sex with the bear?
I mean, would you put it past this degenerate author?
The dudes on Cauldron do better math than this guy. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's some fucking shade being thrown there, Phoenix. Anyway, power of light, and he can make weapon out of light, like weapons.
He can make weapons, like, you know...
The weapon kind of weapons. It's like, oh wow, fucking G. I didn't pick up on that when he said he could make weapons. I thought when you said he could make weapons, it was like, no, he can only use the light cursory gamma. You see, it's because of his monk background preventing him from having any other proficiencies besides one exotic. He's also obviously a natural born holy sword wielder who's capable of wielding any holy sword ever. Because he's just that special. Also, he has all of the magics that are in D times D. He can do all of them. The author even invented new ones for him to do. He can also do a special spell called Apocalypse Nightmare and Forbidden.
Oh wow, that's so cool and original sounding.
I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
He even has the Forbidden spell, Angelic Detonation, which I guess just explodes angels?
I mean, it's that or it does something else to the angels.
They all become Muslim?
I'm not touching that one.
He can also hypnotize pretty much everyone. And he can do minor healing magic. He also has special techniques called Frozen Wonderland, Draconic Aura Blast, Aura Sphere, Dragon Shot, Aura Reading, and Living Ice, and various other Pokemon moves I'm sure will show up at some point. He also has a bunch of holy and demon swords, just no one else has them anymore. He has all of them. He has the Persona deck as his abilities as well. And he's got a bunch of characters from different peerages, also part of his peerages now. Um, and he's got Pegasi as familiars. Tiamat is his bitch. LaFay Pendragon is apparently also a contracted familiar of his now. Cool. Sacred Gear. You're ready. You're ready for this. My OC has the boosted gear and original Sacred Gear Aura Synchronizer. The Aura Synchronizer allows him to stop them from attacking or copy all of their moves. So it's basically the Sharingan. Yeah. It has no physical form as it's located in the eye of the user. It's literally the fucking Sharingan. Now, Arn, do note that he used color instead of color, which means he's likely British. So, you don't even need to join ISIS. You just need to get the lads back together. And, convince them to retake Norman.
I don't. I know Arn's already on a list, but he's not helping it.
The Balance Breaker, yes, exactly, Arn. Balance Breaker subspecies, Deadly Aura Annihilation Brigade. This Balance Breaker has the power to manifest aura from people, and they have the powers of that person, and he can make that aura fight for him. Also, the clones gain all the powers the originals gain as the fight progresses. And he's capable of merging clones together to make stronger clones. And then he's got some fucky family tree going on here. He's also friends with everyone. And personality: kind, polite, respectful, loyal, masochistic. That was a fucking 180.
This is the first time I've ever done a story on here, so please be nice. No.
Insecure about his eyes. Courageous when his friends are in danger. And he's a lolicon, too. Also, he has a height inferiority complex. You'll look good, because he's a fucking manlet. Likes friends, cooking, video games, anime. He's a fucking lolicon weeb manlet. Son of God V2, Electric Boogaloo, but this time he doesn't leave the cave. Oh boy. He dislikes people who are taller than him. And people that hurt his loved ones. Also, he hates it when people mention his height.
Oh boy, you can bet we'll be mentioning your height in the review then, author.
Harem. Literally fucking everyone. This is just a profile of my OC that replaces Issei. Yo, is this an SI fic? Of course it is. Look, any OC fic is an SI fic unless you have enough proof to prove that it's just genuinely an OC. So, Arn said we need to take a quick look at the update. Well.
How angry am I gonna get about this? Oh my god, what is with this Sally person posting 10-hour reviews? Sneaky, why can none of our garbage fires ever get this popular?
You know, that's a question I always ask, because I sit here, and I go, how? This is an interesting OC. I don't think that I'm a good writer. In fact, I often say the opposite. But I don't know how you start a story off with that as your first chapter and get 200 people to favorite it. Like,
Look, Max and mine's first chapter was pretty bad, and we got maybe 3 people to like it, and that was deserved.
Wait, what the fuck is this? If you know that technique where a girl puts something over their breast to cover and make it look like a flat chest.
What,
Chest binding,
binding?
yes. Yeah. My OC uses that, but their breast size is 90 centimeters. 90 centimeters?
Okay, first of all, does this person not, like, why not just say, like, A, B, C?
Yeah. What's 2 inches? 2 inches, come on. Give me that. 35 inches! That's right, everybody. Her breasts are 3 feet! Her breasts are 3 feet! But she hides them using chest bindings.
Folks, you realize, like, Sneaky, I forget, what is the size at which they start getting back problems? Isn't it, like, large C?
I wouldn't know. Probably though. That sounds like a decent
Sneaky,
size.
I
Yeah.
expect you to know everything, given that you pretended to
You
be a
know,
girl for, what, years?
I just rolled with half of that shit. Yeah, big old bahonkaroos. Yeah, yeah, not 90 centimeter breasts. Definitely chest bindable, guys. Fucking Jesus Christ.
It's almost like the author is retarded.
Oh, wow. Oh, ow, 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 ow. I have another OC that's not going to be in your harem, but I want him to be paired with Gabriel, who is secretly seeing him, even though he's her Joker deck. Name, Riley Stone. Age, 27. But he never changes, so he still looks 20. What kind of fucking binder do they use? Yeah, carbon fiber, some bungee cords.
No, Sneaky, she uses, you ever work on a receiving dock?
Yeah.
You know the brown paper that, like, it's wet on one side, it dries ridiculously fast? That stuff.
Okay.
That might work.
Maybe. Height, 6 inches and 3. God, I love it when kids try and, like, do shit. Like, for some reason, he's talking about centimeter breast size up here, but in the same post, he then starts trying to use feet, but writes inches. So his character is 6 inches. Oh God. He's a former Pokemon Aura Guardian. He loves Gabriel a lot, but is cold and ruthless to everyone else. Because he's a badass named Riley Stone. And he's so good with holy energy that he just produces all of it. And he's so strong that his wings, he doesn't even have wings. His wings are, he's extremely powerful. God level, some might say. Many don't take him seriously, though, because he only has one wing. Like Sephiroth from Final Fantasy. Aura powers. Can use all Pokemon techniques. Sacred Gear. He doesn't need one.
He doesn't need one.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Oh, it's the same guy who keeps posting his OC. I wanted my OC in the harem. God. This is why I don't allow for guest reviews in my stories. Because guests are just cancer. You know what I mean? Like that guy from Pokemon. Oh, so he's 9. Yeah. Oh my god, this story is awesome. I can't believe this story doesn't have more reviews. I really love this story, and it's the unique bisexual thing. Oh god, I can't laugh anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, I can laugh again now.
Unique.
Did you know that bisexuality is so unique it only appears in one medium ever, and that's this story? It has never
God, if
appeared
only.
before. Guests are intelligent, thoughtful people who will never spam. Yes, exactly.
See, like, success like this is what makes me go, boy, Max and I should go back to writing our garbage.
Oh boy, Starlight 43. I wish to port forward my OC. Name, Damien. Race, Grim Reaper Fallen Angel Hybrid. Height, 5 inches. Fucking manlet. Skin color, ghost. Hair, black and blue. Hairstyle, bangs on the forehead. Eye color, a sleepy silver in his right eye and gold in his left. Body features, has permanent bruises. That's not how bruises work. He has a 4-pack ab, has muscle with scar. Personality, emotionless. He is vicious and brutal. He is ruthless and rips off heads. His true nature is actually, however, the complete opposite. He's shy and blushes around girls. Okay, no, okay. So, Arm, I actually make a lot of characters with a scar over the left eye, but that's because of a me thing in which I can't see out of my left eye. So I like to represent that with characters that I make by having them have a scar over the left eye. This is what I'm talking about, where my life, for people that don't know me,
Why are we still reading these trash fire reviews?
because I think they're hilarious. But I'm saying, I hate it when I create characters, um, because they always sound really edgy to everyone else. But if like you actually know me and my history, you're just like, ah, well, he's clearly he's clearly just drawing inspiration from this portion of his life. And it's just like, yeah, it really hurts that the edgy edgelords have taken over my life. Oh, down, yeah, vertically on his eye, yeah. He was raised to be one of the strongest Grim Reaper assassin hybrids.
What? He was raised to be a Grim Reaper assassin. What the fuck do Grim Reapers need with a fucking assassin?
Why exactly do Grim Reapers need to assassinate people?
Right? At least in oh my god, I can't think. The thing with the weapon meisters. I just forget what the name of that stupid thing is.
Soul Eater?
Soul Eater. At least there it's like, what are they training to be? They're training to be mini reapers. Why? Because death is a lazy ass hat.
Hmm. Well, that's what everyone thinks. We all know the real reason.
He likes making small children do glorious combat?
He's having sex with the earth.
I mean, I try not to think about that.
Oh wow. All right, so yeah, that was a fucking story. We're just gonna move on from that and call it a good day. Let's see. Here we go. A Naruto wormfic. Hmm. No, you know what? We're just gonna make fun of CYOA now. We're on a pretty good roll. I don't want to auto death everyone here, so we're just gonna make fun of a CYOA fic now. Morgana, a CYOA reincarnation fic. Dying. It's easy. It's living. That's hard. Tragedy. Words. 4,000. And has never been updated since its initial posting. That is heartening, I suppose. Warning. This story is rated M18, which is illegal on this website, but I'm going to ignore the legalities of what I'm doing and how I'm breaking the site's rules to make sure to inform you of any triggering events that might occur in this story, instead of putting it onto a proper website such as Adult Fanfiction, Archive of Our Own, or literally anywhere else but here. After all, this is a worm fanfic, which means it has to be hyper violent and sexual. There's gonna be sex here. I don't mean lemons, but there's gonna be sex taking place. Dirty talk is a thing, people. Oh boy, I can't wait for this author to try and write dirty. God knows I talk a lot such things in high school, let alone the things I actually did. Trigger warning. Suisude. Sorry. Do not read if you're troubled by dark themes. I mean, if you're troubled by dark themes, I'm not sure why you're in the worm section to start with.
Worm, come on now. It's such a happy story. It's about love and friendship and getting Peter Parker to live in your head,
Oh,
right?
oh boy, I really love this last part right here. So, choose your own adventure. I couldn't pick any single choose your own adventure version, so I just took stuff from all 5 versions.
Has there ever been anything more cancerous than Worm Choose Your Own Adventure?
Hmm. I Trainer times Pokemon fanfics. Oh boy. Sneaky is now meditating. Did I die? No, I was just
It would be nice for him to die, wouldn't it?
Have we reviewed a Badenborn? Ah, fuck. I feel like we've. I feel like we might have. Does that have a fanfiction.net version of it? Um, yeah, it does. Uh, no, I don't think we ever officially covered it. We're actually gonna do that one next then. Wait, was that not the one you sent? No, it wasn't. No, you sent me scalar vectors. Um, oh God, Jesus Christ. Blah blah, blah blah, blah blah. Who named their kid Zeus? Jesus Christ. Really, this is just a very well written, high school drama fic. So we're just gonna move on from this because A, high school sucks. I don't know why they write AUs for it, and B, high school drama. Pretty much enough said. Pinnacle Worm CYOA high school drama. Yes. Yes. And no, Kronos never named the kids as far as I'm aware. I believe that was just Gaia. Because Kronos was more interested in eating his kids than naming them.
Why would you eat dinner? Or name dinner? God damn it, brain. Fuck me, I need to go.
Why would you eat dinner? Proving that Atin needs to eat dinner.
Listen here. Nobody likes a smartass. Especially when he realizes his mistake milliseconds after making it.
But do you? Alright, so
As I said it, I was like, brain, you've put these words in the wrong order.
So this was an absolutely cancerous story. that I wanted to share with everyone.
Mhm.
Our own very underplayed creations here sent it to me yesterday, I believe. And so we're all aware of Index, right? The anime.
A surprisingly good anime.
Debatable, but sure, let's just move
For
on.
what it is, it's all right.
Okay, yes. So
Now,
this
I'll
is
grant you, the spin-off is far more entertaining.
yes. This is a Index Worm crossover where every single line that I will read to you from this point forward makes the story worse. Scalar vectors. The one where Accelerator goes on a week-long bender due to Toma's extremely bad luck and makes some decisions that makes things very awkward.
Yeah, because she's totally the kind of person to do that.
Taylor loves pretty boys. Romance humor, Accelerator times Skitter. Accelerator is the sociopathic guy who controls vectors and kills Mikasa. Favorites 333. Author's note. Got a brain fart. To be honest, this was not the first time Accelerator woke up in the ruins of one or more collapsed buildings. It would also not be the first time where the entirety of the destruction was his fault. And for the sake of accuracy, it was the 23rd time the local authorities felt it necessary to surround his unconscious body with multiple squads of detainers armed to the teeth, though normally it was squads of these same teen girl Esper clones and not what appeared to be government-sanctioned military with the aid of some quite oddly dressed people. There were a couple of firsts this time, though. He had to admit, it was the first time he ended up in another country, and an English-speaking one. From what he could tell based on the bent road signs that were driven into the ground around him like some sort of corona or a throne. It was also the first time he had zero recollection of what happened for him to arrive here. Last he could think of, he was downing beers. Really, he blacked out from drinking beer.
I mean, this is a teenager.
Still, that's pretty pathetic.
I ain't saying you're wrong.
He stood up, shook his head, and started stretching and popping his many joints. Then, the many soldiers around him tensed. Then,
They're just
something.
tensing at the sight of a man who has a ruined building around him cracking his joints. They should be shooting him. Granted, that won't do any good, but they should be shooting him.
Then, something metal and abrasive rubbed against something tender and soft, gave him pause in limbering exercises. He pulled his waistband and stared down. Well, that was new too, he supposed. He trained his crimson eyes on one of the soldiers around his sides and pointed at him. Thank God he learned English on a whim. Implying that Japanese students don't have English as a second language.
I was gonna say, most of them learn at least a small amount of it.
You there, give me your underwear. I am chafing.
This is supposed to be some kind of, like, joke
Everybody
on
laugh.
Terminator 2,
Ha ha
but
ha ha
I'm not
ha.
gonna laugh.
Okay. Everybody take a drink. When Taylor Habert woke up that Sunday morning, the first thing she noticed was the softness of her bed and her sheets. The second thing she noticed was a distinct lack of coverage that allowed her to feel those soft sensations across certain parts of her body. She blearily pulled up her covers. Those were not hers. In fact, she was fairly sure those weren't a woman's piece either. Woman's piece? You mean... Is this a fucking Brit?
They seem to think Japanese people automatically become British when they learn English.
He's writing Taylor is British.
Oh, God.
Fucking Brits, man. She blew her mussed up locks out of her face before looking around. Yep, definitely British.
Oh boy, it starts to get good. Good? If
There
by
was,
good you mean unbelievably trash. Sure,
well, there
man.
was her top, her jeans, her shirt. There's a difference between a top and a shirt. Fucking Brits.
I mean, I should be. I guess she could have
Oh
like.
no, I think he's saying bra. I think what he meant to say was her bra.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, she could be wearing like a jacket and something else.
Okay, but I would call that a jacket, not my top.
No, but like, I have heard things like that described as a top, and then there, like, you have a top layer, and then you have a shirt.
Well, sure. But when have you ever heard that being described that way?
I mean, I assume it would be from people much more concerned with their appearance than, say, you or me.
Okay, that's a fair enough point. She opened the curtains next to her bed and was immediately assaulted by the sun's rays. A splitting migraine and cessation of nausea were the first response. So she shut the curtains once more. Wait, was she fucking morning sick? She sat there for a few more minutes contemplating all this information. Brief thoughts before running into her bathroom and throwing up was that she was sure last night's lasagna and a pint of vodka? She's having a migraine and a hangover over a pint of vodka?
Like, listen, I could understand, like, I drank an entire bottle of vodka. I refuse to leave my room.
Well, I mean, shit, man. Even an entire bottle of vodka made me not leave my room, so. But, it's like. A fucking pint? And you're throwing up over it? Do you know how badly you have to fuck up? Like, this isn't even like this isn't like a me thing that we're talking about here. And you know how badly you have to fuck up when it comes to vodka to A, get a hangover on it, B, throw up over it. And I don't mean I drank too much so I threw up. I'm talking about, like, I threw up the day after because I drank. Like, that's some weak fucking shit there. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it'd be pretty fitting for Taylor, but...
Well, we don't know that. Taylor never fucking drinks in canon.
I meant, like, on a general level, she's kind of a weak fuck up. That's kind of her character.
Yeah, I'll give you that much. But, A, that implies Danny is a vodka drinker. And Taylor got into a stash.
Okay, look, he runs a dock union.
No, that's clearly bourbon.
I mean, here's the thing. I can understand what you're saying. Like, I'm just glad we both agree that whatever it is, it's going to be strong.
It's gonna be very hard.
He drinks Mike's Hard Lemonade as water.
Oh, God.
Sneaky. A story where Taylor gives her dad just normal water, and he's like, "Oh, God, what the fuck is this? It's just water, Dad." Yeah, but, like, where's the taste? She fucking pours, like, a Heineken in. That's better.
I love how Danny's somehow now Irish.
Of course. As if he'd be anything else.
To be fair, Heber is apparently of Germanic and or French origin. So... but anyway, so... This is just so fucking dumb. Jesus Christ. So either the author has no idea what vodka drinking is like, which is actually pretty likely, and or Taylor's the fucking lightest of lightweights to ever lightweighted. And
also entirely possible.
Yeah. It took 3 hours for her hangover to go away. Like, look, I've never gotten a hangover before, so I can't really, like, give any sort of commentary on how long it takes for a hangover to go away. But there is such thing as Advil, drinking water, others drinking more vodka. Like, you have to be pretty fucking dumb.
Drinking more vodka and drinking more vodka and...
Yeah, all I'm saying is that when you have a hangover, you have to be pretty fucking stupid to just sit there and be like, if I sit here long enough, the hangover will go away. And then, so Taylor started to panic and scream. She had sex. A one-night stand with a hot guy that she met while jogging at night and drunk. She was 15. How did this even happen? Why were you jogging at night while drunk?
I mean, she probably went, "Oh, I bet I should go for, like, I can go for a jog." And, like, come on. People make dumb choices when they're drunk. Taylor going jogging at night would be one of the most likely decisions for her to make.
I mean, I guess.
I know.
Blah blah. Danny Haber was soft, but you see, he was only soft on the outside. For internally, he had an iron will.
An iron will that was what? Keeping him from doing things to his drunk daughter? Where's this going, story?
And a strong constitution, so he could drink the rest of it away.
What? I do not understand with making this obsession with making Danny the worst dad 20 whatever, right? Like, I'm not gonna stand here and be like, yes, the man was an excellent father.
Yeah, no, he was a pretty shit father to be all in all, but no, he's not as bad as most fanfics made them. And his daughter smells like sex and alcohol. Intoxicating aroma of a good alcohol. Okay, see, again, I can't comment on that because all alcohol smells fucking awful to me. Doesn't stop me from drinking it. As I told my mother, the reason why I drink alcohol is to either forget something I've done or to forget something I'm about to do. Did you use protection? Oh, Taylor just starts crying. I'm gonna call the police. It's gonna be alright, Taylor. No, Dad. I'm the one who fucked him.
What? What the fuck is this shit?
No, Taylor, you don't understand. You were drunk. Therefore, he raped you. No, Dad, we were both drunk. Therefore, he raped you.
Can I get off this terrible story?
Yes. Also, big gay. It's dumb, stupid, really shitty ass. Dialogue. It's supposed to be humorous. Her virgin gaze. So yeah. This is just fucking awful. And less awful news. I know you all want to hear a Pokemon story, because I got one for you. So, this is a Pokemon story, as I previously said. It is of the variety Oh, Arn knows hair. Oh, Arn knows hair.
Nose, get your ass in here.
Alright. So, this is a Pokemon story called Pokemon, the PAL Chronicles. Ash has been hurt to hear what they really thought out of him. Out of anger, he activates his aura, and it teleports him into a new region, the PAL region. I'll do a Badenborn next time. 4 years later, he became the champion and was invited to a tournament with his own 4 elites. His life makes a turnaround from there, and he must solve the mysteries that are putting everyone in danger before it's too late.
Is the mystery about how he has a troop of never-aging females around him from which he sucks the youth to retain his own?
Yes. Aura is that one thing that he got in that one movie and never used again. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, pretty
Because
much.
the movies can't be canon, but they also have to be canon at the same time.
No, I believe they did reference a couple of the movies and canonize them with episodes. Like, The Mewtwo movies, they're all canon.
Oh.
Because there was a follow-up episode where Mewtwo shows up and basically is like, "Yo, Ash, remember that time you helped me with those two movies? I'm here to help you now to stop this bad thing that's happening." Arn is making some sort of joke, and it's going over. It's going right over my head. I don't know. Is it game regions? There's PAL and NTSC. North American Trading Social Cards. I don't know, man. The Pacific Ass League. Anyway, so author's note. NTSC is USA version. PAL is the rest of the world. BP. I've read plenty of betrayal fics in Pokemon, so I thought, wow, I should write one too.
Wow, I've eaten a ton of garbage. I should make some of my own.
No, that's more like, wow, I saw a lot of hobos eating garbage today. I should go try and eat garbage too. Like, what? What? Anyway, so I've been thinking about this since I wrote a betrayal fic for Prince of Tennis. Well, the author's a girl, we know that one.
How do we know that?
Because only gays and girls read and watch Prince of Tennis.
I mean, yeah.
A betrayal fic for a sports anime. I mean, it's like one of the most common arcs, isn't it? In any sports anime, is there's the betrayal arc.
And like, here's my problem with that. They're making it seem like someone joining another team is some kind of like, no, it's usually a financially solid, good career move.
No, it's not. Sumail is not allowed to be on any team but EG.
Listen, once Fear left, he was no longer bound by Gias to remain.
Does EG even exist? Anyway, warning: Hunter times Hunter references and Hunger Game. Why is this a warning? Warning! 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 Star Wars references ahead. I didn't realize those were dangerous. I also didn't include Kalos characters because I don't like Kalos too much. Shout out to Mystery Pink 98, my real life best friend, for helping me out. Wow, I feel bad for Mystery Pink 98.
Yeah, pretty much. Terrible choice in friends.
Have you guys ever heard of the PAL region? PAL stand for Pokemon Awaken Love? Oh no! Oh no! It's a region that supports all 5 regions known to Pokemon World. It's a environmental paradise for all Pokemon. Hence the name Pokemon Awaken Love. If a trainer is caught abusing a Pokemon in this region, they are immediately executed.
That doesn't seem a whole lot like love there, folks.
As the PAL region takes welfare of Pokemon, wild and trainer very seriously. So what I'm getting here is the PAL region
PETA 1.
is a Pangea land type where every single environment exists that is perfect for every single Pokemon that exists. And PETA has seized control of this region. And if they think you're treating your Pokemon wrong, they just pull a gun out and commentate on you.
Boy, Officer Jenny got a lot more metal.
Is it a bestiality region? We don't know yet, but it's possible the author is only bad at names. There is still a possibility pedophilia and bestiality is not occurring. With this in mind, pollution is also a crime here. What about the mucks and grimers then? That's not very considerate of them.
Shh, they're the wrong kind of Pokemon.
If you are caught tainting the environment, you are instantly jailed. So,
Sorry, I had to go curse mankind quietly.
what does tainting the environment mean? Is it making a campfire? Fishing?
If I if I throw my Snickers wrapper towards a garbage can and the wind blows it away, do I get executed?
Yes. Also, Pokemon are the main source of food in the world. Like, as dark as that fucking is, animals don't exist in the Pokemon world. So, if you're not allowed to hurt Pokemon, no, obviously they're all vegans. What about all the grass Pokemon, Zeeks? What about all the grass Pokemon? Trainers. Trainers are expected to do everything they can to protect Pokemon. Which is why all trainers in
Hey,
PAL.
Sneaky, move your mic closer to your face. It's hard to hear you.
I'm actually shoving the mic into my mouth.
Well, then I don't know what you did, but suddenly you got a hell of a lot quieter. I mean, it's better now, so.
It's why every trainer in PAL knows how to fight with and without their Pokemon. PAL contains all the Pokemon ever discovered, and sometimes even legendaries flock to this paradise. Let us not forget that the protect of PAL, Officer Jennies, carry around M60s and gun down lawless trainers.
I feel like this is a terrible plan.
Officer Jennies around the region are nothing compared to them. They're called the Hunters. People that have proven themselves through rigorous exercise and examination to be an elite member of humanity. If you can pass the hunter exam, you get your hunting license and can start hunting humans. Out of 1,200, is this a utopia under fascist government? Even better, Moth. It's a utopia under a fascist eco-government. But where's the juice? Don't worry, they have plenty of Hypno. Out of 1,200 applicants, only 10 pass and get their licenses, and sometimes people die. But if you do pass, you get many benefits, such as all public facilities are free.
Yeah.
Furthermore, all services are provided at first class. Furthermore, unrivaled freedom to travel across all regions. Excuse me, no legal responsibility for murder. And so many more.
I see.
No responsibility. Aren't public amenities free to the public to begin with? That's the theory. Officer Chenemy, you had a branch in the family tree for every region. Yes, why do you ask? Why does the tree have an extra branch? We do not talk about them. I too wish I could take a global exam to get no legal responsibility for murder. Most people from the G-Men members are actually hunters provided by the PAL fascist government herself. Apparently they're a motherland, which is why they are considered formidable. As for contests taking place in PAL, instead of winning ribbons and participating in the grand festival for the Ribbon Cup, there's instead two types of contests: normal and super. Normal contests are, the game version of contests. And super contests are called normal. Wait, what? You needed to win ribbons from the normal rank from a category to enter the next ranked category. And then to be a top coordinator, you need to win a master rank in one category. Author's note, it's basically just how the games operate because the anime had nothing.
I mean, no, the entire every anime is about Ash get the gym badges. Ash got the gym badges. Ash fucks it up again.
And until the Aloha or whatever, I think he just won that one.
Oh.
It's also the most difficult region to be a champion, as the Elite Four of the PAL region is something else. You see, the PAL Elite Four is well known to have the only members that specialize in two types. Big brain. Each member of the Elite Four is also a hunter, and they'll just fucking kill you if they lose.
I lost. Bam! No one can know.
Nobody can know. Just fucking pull out a gun and shoot you. And they each have their own unique ability to make them part of the Elite Four. No one could ever get past the first member of the Elite Four. Yeah, because we were kidding about this, but I think he literally shoots them all. Oh god, hold on. Okay.
You all right there?
Yep. I just had to mute myself so I could, expel my wastes. I see. Only one person ever managed to defeat all four members and be crowned champion. And that is Ashura Red Satoshi Ketchum. Oh god, I think it's fucking died inside. Oh god. What the fuck? Better known as Ash Ketchum. The said 19-year-old boy was currently sitting at the rooftop of Pal Plateau, home of the Pal Elite Four and its champion. With him was a certain specific Pikachu. We won't mention what Pikachu, but I think everyone can guess. Sitting on his shoulder and trying to comfort him by nuzzling his cheek and licking him all over, Ash smiled and patted his Pikachu, who cooed in contentment. A Lucario was with him as well, sitting next to him, silently giving his support, until he opened his fat fucking mouth. Beautiful night, isn't it, Master? Lucario tried to break the silence by making small talk. I would have never guessed.
Yes, because Lucario was given to small talk.
Officer Jenny takes one good look at the guy who violently murders someone, but then she realizes that he's a hunter, so she arrests the accuser instead. That's exactly how it goes down. Don't you know? Whenever a hunter has to kill someone, instead of shouting he's got a gun or something, as you would here in the real world, the hunter just shouts, "He's abusing a Pokemon!" And then just fucking blows their head off.
Seems reasonable enough.
Yeah, Ash nodded. Lucario frowned. Don't tell me you're still thinking about that incident 4 years ago that's going to trigger a flashback? Ash frowned and thought back to that instant, triggering a flashback. Flashback 4 years ago. Anyway, so Ash is running home with Pikachu on his shoulder. And he was about to kick open his door when he heard voices inside his home. And he knew those voices inside his home.
Is Ash banging his mom? Or,
No.
Oak banging his mom?
Brock!
Oh, it's Brock.
You never saw that one. And Misty! And May!
Ooh.
And
yikes.
Max! And Dawn! And Iris! And Cillian!
So what I'm hearing is Asher's mom is a player.
And Trip! Jesus Christ, Delilah.
The reason they all hung out with Ash was they were actually after the MILF.
They were all banging that MILF puss.
It's amazing that Ash is her only child.
That's what Mr. Mime is for. After all, he never asked what his main diet was. It's human children. Now, why would they all be in my home, Ash thought. They were supposed to be off on their own journeys. Not in Pallet Town. He crept closer to the door to listen to their conversation. And immediately wished he hadn't done that. Seriously? He got into the top 8 again? Misty sneered. He could somehow feel her sneer through the doorway. He just wouldn't accept he would never be top, would he? I mean, okay, look, so I just want to point out that what Ash is doing is actually really impressive. Because you see, like, maybe one trainer, 2, 3 trainers from outside the region show up in each of these tournaments. So, like, Ash traveling the world as he is, even if he's not making the, victory lap at the end, even if he's theoretically, for some reason, unaging, or it's always his first journey, even though it's recognized as is not, because he keeps all of his trophies from previous seasons, but he's never aging. But anyway, ignoring that part, like, it's actually kind of impressive. It's like if you were born in Chicago, but you had some sort of hobby that made you do some sort of circuit in the US, but you only got like 5th place in the US. But then you heard like Brazil was hosting a circuit. So you went down to Brazil and you did that, and you got like, 7th or something. But then, Egypt was holding one, so you went down to Egypt. And then, Germany held one, so you went up to Germany. And then you went to the Russia circuit, and then you went to the South Asian Sea circuit, and then you went to the Australian circuit. And it's like, sure, you're not placing, maybe top 8 each time, but You're still going around the fucking world to places completely unfamiliar to you. And still doing pretty fucking well for yourself. What kind of clown car is this? Then you go down to the Brazil circuit and get fucking shot. No, see, that's why he's from Chicago. He's really good at not getting shot. I agree. He is always using that rat during the battles that lead to his loss. Brock said, I mean, to him, friendships are more important than power. Isn't that like literally the whole message of Pokemon itself, though? The anime?
As far as I know, yes.
Yeah. Also, Pikachu in Black and White literally 1v1 Zapdos, the legendary of lightning, and won against Zapdos.
Handily. Let's put that in there too. Handily won.
He beat the electric legendary with lightning. I just want to throw that out there. Like, yeah, Pikachu's pretty fucking weak overall in terms of stats. But it's like, what if you just had a Magikarp that, yeah, all it did was flop around. But for some reason, whenever it hit the ground, it multiplied its weight temporarily by 3,000. And just, like, would hit with an impact of 80 tons. It's like, okay, yeah. He is always using that Magikarp. But that Magikarp also one-hit KOs everything it fights. So it's like, I could understand where you're coming from with that sort of insult. Like, oh man, using a weak-ass Pokemon. That's why he loses all the time. It's just like, yeah, but that weak-ass Pokemon literally 1v1 Legendary and won. Also, Brock, didn't he make his Pikachu beat rocks with lightning?
To be fair, it was a wet a rock that was covered in water.
Yeah, I know, but later on, literally, Pikachu's lightning got so strong, he actually could hurt ground types. Like, that was an actual thing.
Oh, he could just do them in, could he?
He literally could shock them, yeah. And, like, everyone was like, whoa, what the fuck? I specifically remember one episode where Pikachu beats a lightning rod ability Rhydon using more electricity. Like, literally the fight was, lol, you can't use electricity because my Rhydon has lightning rod. And so Ash was like, Pikachu, just use more electricity than he can lightning rod. And so he literally shocks a rock into unconsciousness. And then, yeah. And then, as Arn says, I believe it was later on when they did like that whole rematch battle where Brock and Misty were like, hey Ash, you've come so far, we should battle again to see how far you've come.
And dominates them.
And Pikachu kicks the shit out of Onix using electricity and just like, what the fuck? So, again, normally, normally, I could get where Brock is coming from. Normally, using a Pikachu in any high-end battle is fucking dumb. This Pikachu's like on fucking steroided cocaine. Um, or like the time that Ash beat a guy using a double team by using a faster double team.
That did occur.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck? He's a complete idiot that uses Pikachu against powerhouses like Latios. I mean, let's be real here. Latios isn't exactly a powerhouse. No wonder he lost all leagues. I agree. He's my son. Should we just tell him to give up his mother's side? Doesn't Pikachu hard counter all of Misty's Pokemon? Yeah.
Not just hard to counter. Like, it's the hardest of counters.
In fact, it's it's as we call the literal yeet section, because Misty's
you get the fuck out of here.
Misty's strongest Pokemon is her Gyarados, which is a water flying. Electricity does ×4 damage. It's literally yeet. Just whoops. Yes, he is always a little kid who will never win against any of us. He's kicked the shit out of all of you.
Literally all of you. Like, if this was the kind of thing where he kept losing, I would understand, but...
Okay, like, look. Several hundred trainers go into these tournaments. I remember, I think it was the Indigo tournament, like, they really showed the large layout. And it was like over 200 some trainers they had to narrow out first before they got into the top 16.
Like, I want to point out, Ash routinely makes it into the top, what, 8?
I believe 16 was the first time. Then he won the Orange League, and then from then on, it was top 4, top 6, or top 8. Say that once more, Atin.
I said, I'd like to point out, some of those people who are gym leaders got their position via inheritances.
Yeah, I know, right? No, well, no, it's even worse than that. So, it's not even like the gym leader before them retired. Brock got his gym leadership because it was the only way to make money because his father just left one day. So he took up the gym leadership because literally he needed money because his father was a playboy. So we had to take care of like 10 kids. And then Misty got her gym leadership because her sisters had it.
And
but
they got bored.
They got bored and wanted to do shows more than battles. So Misty got it by elimination. So it's not even like they inherit it or they train for that position or fucking anything. No, it's just straight up just, yeah, nobody else wanted this position, so you can have it, I guess, is what happened. Um, but anyway. He's always out chasing a dream that is impossible to fulfill. I want him home for once, said Miss Ketchum. Okay, well, okay, that's actually a fair sentiment from the mother. You know, he's always, you know, traveling across the world, and I really just want to see my kid. That's that's actually a fair comment of all the things that have been said so far. So, we all are agreed then. When he gets home, we'll all scream at him to give up his dreams. And everyone else nodded. And Ash could feel this through the door. By this time, however, Ash was shaking in sadness and betrayal and anger and hurt. Who the hell is Iris? So Iris is from is that Black and White?
I think.
I think it is. Iris, I believe, is from Black and White, which is objectively the least interesting part of the series of Pokemon. It's where a Mexican girl joins Ash because she wants to follow him because her dream is to someday train dragons. And then a white guy who loves to serve food like he's a butler quits his gym because Ash needs service. Yeah, she was Mexican or whatever, wasn't she? Oh, Black and White was America. That's the Unova region, right? Black and White.
Yep.
Yeah, Unova was America. Oh. Mexican girl follows Ash because she hopes to enter the U.S. with him. He still held back Pikachu. It wanted to. Okay, no, actually, I really like this one theory I saw as to a reason why Ash remains like 10 to 12 ish. Is because once upon a time, the canon for Oho uh included a blessing that basically gave the blessed person theoretical eternal life for their adventure. Or
I'm sorry,
something
for
like
their
that.
adventure?
Yeah, for their adventure. So
That's
basically, the blessing was specifically for the adventure they were going to go on. But because Ash kept going on new adventures, he just kept staying young.
I see.
I thought that the way they explained it and the way they laid it out, I thought it was all very clever. I'm not doing it justice. But I thought it was very clever. So anyway, Pikachu starts talking to Ash, And Ash is like, I know exactly what you just said, Pikachu, but I have a better idea.
What's that, Pikachu? Electrocute them all? No, we can't do that.
Pikachu, use thunder! Fucking a knife, just exterminatus beam on Ash's house.
Pikachu, kill them. Kill every last one of them! Now there's a betrayal fic I could get behind.
Ash, my boy, how have you? He trailed off in shock as he saw the look on Ash's face and the angry Pikachu. Ash, are you alright? Gary asked from behind Professor Oak. Tracy
What does
nodded in
Gary
concern.
care?
Post Indigo League, Gary and Ash made up, remember?
Did they?
Yeah, they both carried that half of the Pokeball, and at the end of the Indigo League, they were like, that was a really good battle, Ash. I'm sorry for picking you on all the time. And Ash is like, oh, well, maybe in the future we can go back to being friends. And they both take out the half of the Pokeball, and they put it back together, and they're like, this is a symbol of our friendship. Never mind the fact that they found this Pokeball closed in the mud after a storm happened. So it's entirely possible it used to hold a Pokemon in it until they broke it in fucking half without even checking. Is this actually a betrayal fic? It sounds more like concerned friends preparing to arrange an intervention for someone whose obsession is gonna fuck him over. I mean, a little bit, yeah. I mean, if you phrased everything they said a little bit nicer, then yeah, it would sound exactly like that. Which gets a little bit cringy then. Ash told Oak and Tracy everything he heard, and they were shocked. Tracy even dropped his sketchbook. He was so shocked. What happens when you break a Pokeball with the Pokemon inside? Well, see, the thing is that the Pokeball in its entirety is required to contain the energy crystal that now contains the data of the Pokemon, which is why Pokemon are transferable over PC. Because the whole thing is digitized, sort of like the Borderlands system. And unfortunately, however, the entire Pokeball is required to release the Pokemon. Which is why they can turn into that super small version where they basically become hyper dense and unbreakable. Which is why there's even a smaller version of the Pokeball. Because it's meant for storage and safety. The only time the ball is supposed to be expanded is when you're going to release that Pokemon. Sure, the phrasing is mean.
Alright, come on, let's wrap this up.
Nice. This is a betrayal fic, like the Accelerator one was a crack fic. I mean, technically speaking, the Accelerator fic we read was in fact a crack fic, in that it had no actual plot or a semblance of structure,
explanation of anything,
or any form of anything. So technically it does fulfill the most base definition for a crack cocaine fic. But you are correct. This does technically fulfill the definition of a betrayal fic, but technically is a technicality and not exactly a very clear indication. And I'm going to leave and I'm going to train with my Pokemon. Oak smiled and he's like, I can do this. He's like, Ash, take this watch. You see, it may look like a watch, but it actually has literally unlimited functions. It can call people, send texts, give you the information on any Pokemon that exists, project a map, has GPS, has lists of a move that a Pokemon can learn, every move ever. Also allows you to carry every single Pokemon at once. It's called the Communist Dex. Once you put it on, it will seal itself to your wrist and key itself to your DNA, and you will never be able to take it off. That just sounds like the Pip-Boy. Also, it's waterproof. Thanks, Professor Oak. Ash, you have no idea what you're capable of. You're clearly amazing. Yeah, Ash, you're clearly amazing. Ash smiled and was clearly amazing. He took all of his Pokemon with him and threw every last memento of his friends into a ditch. And in his rage, at that very moment, he teleported to a far off, distant region. A region known as Pow. And then Lucario screamed at him. And Ash was like, well, what the fuck? I'm outside. I'm out of my flashback. And he's like, what's going on, Lucario? And Lucario goes, Master, you were in a flashback again.
You were feeling sorry for yourself again, you dumb kid.
The watch can seal Nyx. The watch can also ban Omni-Knight and Anti-Mage simultaneously.
Oh, that's a nice watch.
Ash, if you're thinking about your flashback betrayal, at least some of their Pokemon abandoned them just to join you. Some legendaries have also joined you, so clearly it's not a bad thing that happened. Oh boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's this list of legendaries that are apparently in his team now? Shaman, Malata, Vincetti, Manaphy, Celebi, Mew, and Latias. Jesus Christ. Dear Red Satoshi, Pokemon World Championship. Glad you're still alive, Ash. You were hard to track down. PPS. You better show up at this tournament, otherwise I'm gonna drag you there. Charles Goodshow. PPPPS. Fuck the traitors. What?
possibly even fuck the haters.
Oh God. Jesus Christ. The water dark specialist? That's like the worst fucking two combos ever. Water and dark? Gardevoir wipes the floor with you. Aren't most legendaries canonically self-appointed guardians of things? Most, yeah. Most, yeah. Uh, she's a crime hunter. She cracks mysterious cases around the world and then kills the criminal. Fire psychic. That's an okay combo. A steel electric specialist. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and then the final girl who's getting called an ice fairy specialist, and she's about to fucking execute somebody. Enjoy your time in hell, and just fucking shanks the guy.
As it should be.
Her communist decks rang, and when she saw the message, she summoned her Togekiss and flew to Ash. Jesus Christ. Of course, he also had all of his legendaries. All the evolutions, Spirit Tomb. Really? The amalgamation of 100 serial murderers decided to follow you.
That doesn't speak volumes about you there, kiddo.
No, it doesn't.
Alright, anyway. Wrap this up. I got stuff to do.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh, Mewtwo apparently is also his Pokemon now.
Like, I'm sorry, but we're not even a quarter done with this horse.
No, I know. It's just so, it just keeps going and going. It's just like, oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I, the great SneakyDevil, release all of you from your bound prisons. I wanted to thank you all for staying this long and coming this far with me, and because Jesus Christ, we had some shit today. But, you know, as it is, and as it always will be, we'll be back at it at Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time, I believe we're still at. And, I will hopefully be less sick, and you'll have to deal with less sick version of me, which is basically just a louder, more obnoxious current version of me that isn't throwing up into a bucket every couple hours. So I appreciate it if you would spread the word far and wide and get as many people to show up next time as possible. Because the more people we get, the more fun we have. But regardless of all that, I'll see y'all next time, because there's always more and it always gets worse.